Welcome back, everyone, to Starladder TV's Europe Day 8. I'm joined by Ben Merlini Wu. How you doing, buddy?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm good. We've got a matchup, pretty big matchup. Na'Vi versus Alliance.
It's kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal, yeah. I mean, Starladder's group stages, so it's not the end of the world. It's not like a grand final of which they've played many against each other, but it's still Na'Vi versus Alliance. And who do you think's going to win? That's where I'm most interested. Who do you think takes this?
Navi's been a little bit shaky, losing out to Empire almost every single time they've faced up in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Alliance too much. A lot of the games that they've been in have just been straight roll, so I can't really accurately gauge how they've been performing this patch yet.
Okay. I think historically Alliance are have a slight one up on Na'Vi. All-time series, apparently they're 21-20 against Na'Vi. But Na'Vi, since TI3, have beaten Alliance in 3 grand finals. Starladder, we play, as well as another Starladder. So Starladder Season 7 and Season 8, Na'Vi beat Alliance in the finals. So recently Na'Vi's kind of had Alliance's number, even if historically they haven't. But this is not a grand final. This is an online group stage match, and I feel like you say that Na'Vi have been shaky against teams like Empire, and I think Alliance have been a little more consistent. I think it would kind of depend how they've adjusted to this new patch a bit.
It's always back and forth. It's pretty much a coin flip in between these two teams.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be Alliance versus Na'Vi, guys. We're going to hop ourselves into the draft. It looks like things are ready to get things underway. As let me figure out. There's the overlay I'm looking for. Na'Vi going to be playing over on the Radiant side, as we are going to have, well, not tagged up properly. I like how these overlays, Na'Vi have some random team that's not Na'Vi selected, but the overlays say, hey, they're still Na'Vi. We're good to go. They picked up a Lifestealer Batrider with their first 2 picks. Alliance actually had the first pick and went for a first pick Clockwork, and something Alliance kind of like to do, but they don't always send it. It's not like it reveals their lanes, because they sometimes send it mid for S4, sometimes it's Bulldog in the off lane, and then they pick up the Wisp as their second pick. Yeah,
it's a pretty hot point of contest in between these two teams. Na'Vi has been not really running Clockwork too often in their off lane, but Funnick does have that in his repertoire of heroes. I think he's been leaning more towards Nyx, Assassin, and other off laners, though.
Lifesteal is every time these two teams meet, Lifesteal is somehow involved, either banned or picked. The stats that K-Poptosis gave us say 95% pick ban rate when these two teams have met. And they've met in some 60, 70 games here. They played like 42 times now, I want to say, but some of those best of 3s, best of 5s. So the fact that one hero can be that relevant is pretty impressive. And he's kind of like Havost as well as Loda's like one of their best heroes, which I guess is part of it. And also a hero which you can get so aggressive with, which is often what happens between Na'Vi and Alliance.
Na'Vi has also opted to skip over Ember Spirit, and neither team is picking or banning it. And I recall the last few times that I've seen Na'Vi pick, they've picked Ember Spirit as soon as it's become available. Yeah. And they don't ban it out.
They do prioritize it pretty high, but I guess deciding to play things a bit more standard here against Alliance, maybe. Also, I guess in response to Lifestealer matches up really well against Clockwork. I like that matchup. Not so much in the laning stage, but later on, if you can't really engage on a Lifestealer as Clockwork, because if you trap him in, he rages and just straight up kills you. So. And you have the synergy with a Batrider as well, so I'm be interesting to see whether this is going to be a Dendy mid Batrider. I think more likely we look towards Funnick playing in the offlane, though.
Yeah, I believe so, too. And we see an early EO pickup by Alliance, too. EO, a hero that used to be a really hot point of contest in between these two teams, but EO has kind of fallen off after the Tether nerf.
All right.
But still, I don't know. Wisp is not the strongest versus either of these two heroes, though. Like, if you want to relook at getting a Lifestealer, he can just Rage TP. Batrider most likely to have Blink too, and Lifestealer can just tear him apart. EO has nothing against a Lifestealer. Neither really does Clockwork too. I guess maybe you can use Cogs, but this isn't a time when Cogs just absolutely just screwed through Rage and BKB and whatnot. Clockwork's not as powerful as before, and Lifestealer maybe his day in the sun.
Yeah. Most teams aren't really prioritizing Clockwork that highly in general, I feel like. He's slipped off a lot.
Especially, I mean, I think of these 4 heroes, the only hero that's been really popular is Batrider. And then Lifestealer is like a 4th pick material, I think. Clockwork is maybe 2nd phase, but as you said, often just been overlooked for other ones.
The big offlane hero, at least to me, like in both East and Western scenes, has been Nature's Prophet, which has actually been ignored here. Neither team going for that Nature's Prophet, but
there's just so many heroes, different heroes that ban out, though.
Yeah. The 2 junglers still there, so if either team wants to go for the Enchantress or Chen, something which, I mean, Puppy or Aki, you take your pick. Some of the best junglers out there in the Western scene.
I think that's the most surprising thing to me, that Enchantress has not been picked or banned. And that's usually a first ban against Na'Vi.
Dire team pick.
Well, going with the Lion. Lion Traditionally works pretty well versus EO.
Yeah, having the ability to burst him down just is kind of what you want to do when he relocates in, so you can't get out of there. And
But he's very level dependent support. If Alliance,
Yes.
I think Navi recognize that Alliance can't really aggro try though, especially not with an EO. So they can pick a greedier support who can just stack and pull.
I don't know, something Cloud9's been doing is a lot of these kind of Wisp, like off-lane Wisp +1, like a Wisp Luna or Wisp Gyrocopter. They were doing it a lot at the Monster Invitational, which it was kind of powerful, like, because teams go greedy or don't have a really strong lane down there. You have a Wisp Luna, Wisp with the Luna Blessing and the extra movement speed. They kind of, it's actually a pretty scary lane.
I have
Lotus Sven, okay.
Bring him back.
Oh man.
Sven Warcry buff is actually pretty absurd. The cooldown on it is very, very low now, at 14 seconds, and 16 armor is absolutely ridiculous, actually. It's like Berserker's Call for your whole entire team.
Alrighty, well, we'll see what Navi... I guess this is a good answer to Lifesteal, just having the damage to go through him, but...
Is it enough damage, though? I don't know. I generally view Sven as a cleave hero.
Yeah.
Like, he pairs well with
That's
Magnus,
true.
he pairs well with Darkseer, he also does very well versus Chaos Knight against his illusions, as well as Phantom Lancer. But against a Lifestealer, I don't know. I imagine, like, most strength heroes generally fare relatively poorly because of their lower armor and higher HP pool, but Sven with his Warcry may make up for that.
Do they even consider picking Magnus here? Like, you've got the Clockwork and go offlane,
Sure,
so
why not?
Magnus mid.
I think they can do it.
Yeah.
It is nice anti-Lifestealer, it is nice counter-initiation against a Bat Rider, and looks like...
Navi going pretty greedy here with this Enigma.
They did this the other day versus Empire, except they got absolutely punished with an immediate Rubik pick, so Alliance can definitely pick Rubik here if they wanted to.
Yeah. The other good thing about the Wisp here, which I haven't mentioned yet, but we saw the other day in Dream League, is it's a good counter to Bat Rider if you can instantly relocate when he lassos someone, and you don't even have to relocate them back to base. You just do it a small distance away, and suddenly you break the lasso and keep him safe. So it's actually...
Did you say lasso?
Lasso? LD flames me for saying lasso.
You and Toby both say that the same way. He says Leaner, Sanjin Yasher, and Lasso.
Lasso.
Those are the three things that I'm like,
Look, man.
What? I'm just like
It's
listening.
an Aussie thing, I guess.
I suppose so. There's no you in Lasso.
Look, I had a good point going, and you've just debunked it.
Yeah, I can't take you seriously when you say Lasso.
All right.
Anyways,
You just call it battle.
you did call Nature's Prophet earlier, so it
Yeah.
looks like probably solo mid Clockwork.
You go back to the Bulldog Prophet. This is like... I just love seeing these picks when these two teams play. Like
Could it just be a super greedy strategy though, with EO and Sven in the safe lane, with Nature's Prophet in the jungle, and then Clockwork off?
Oh, I think Prophet's going to be definitely offlane.
Definitely offlane.
I don't think no teams really run Prophet jungle. Or when they did Prophet jungle, he starts in the offlane. Like it's never a let's pick Prophet as a jungler plus an offlaner like a Clockwork or Timbersaw. Sometimes they'll send the Prophet to the jungle and the support will go to the offlane. Like you go back a few versions where the offlaner abandoned and the support went in leached experience, like a Keeper of the Light, whatever it may be. But I'd be very surprised if this is just a straight jungle Prophet. He's just not a very fast jungler, like compared to an Enigma or something. If you're in a jungler,
He's not. But I mean, if they're gonna if they're gonna safe lane try, you might as well get as much of your jungle as possible. And Enigma Lion, this has some potential synergy. I have seen some strats where you try and get Lion to farm a scepter and then you black hole and finger, but it's way too difficult.
That sounds like a pub strat.
Yeah, it's really difficult to pull off.
Yeah.
But all in all, their synergy is pretty good. Timbersaw.
I think Timbersaw is Dendy's mid hero. Here.
Timbersaw is a really good picker. I'm actually surprised Alliance didn't ban it because he works very well versus Nature's Prophet. He does not lose a lane to him. He works very well versus EO, Sven, and Clock, all three of them being strength heroes. So I'm a little bit scared for Alliance's.
I think we see Timbersaw mid against the Clockwork maybe? Undying last pick. Oh, an Aki Undying. So it's an Undying Wisp Sven tri-lane. And
that's old.
That's
way old. Undying as a hero he's received no love.
He used to be such a good hero, like back in the day when people ran tri-lanes and he was, I don't know, what actually got, the nerf that screwed him over was when the Tombstone doesn't spawn zombies in fog. That was the nerf that screwed him over.
Yeah.
It was a little imp at the time because you could use it to like get free vision of heroes in fog. Like it was impossible to fog him, but alright, we're gonna rehost. But yeah, it was definitely it was back like during the Undying's glory days. But.
Yeah, I think it's also I don't know, just like prevalence of like Gyrocopter who can just crush all his zombies. I don't know.
10
It's
seconds
I actually don't know why
remaining.
Undying phased off that much either. I guess pop tri-lanes
5
just aren't as strong
seconds
either.
remaining.
But he's really strong on try. I mean, Visage is still amazing.
Yes. Do you think they go offensive tri-lane though with the like a Wisp, Sven, Undying? Like Wisp,
What's it versus Lion?
it's an
Life
Enigma jungle.
Stealer?
Like Enigma's jungle, so he can't really actually help that much. But
It's so hard to kill a Life Stealer though, especially with that combo. Like all he needs to do is just rage dodge, defense stun, and then you're all good.
all right. Well, we're reloading, guys. For those of you
I
wondering
think it's
what's
too
going
risky. I don't think the risk reward is
Okay.
there.
All right, I'll agree there. I want to use some of these overlay stuff which I haven't used. Let's compare Havost and Loader.
Okay.
I don't know how this works. Actually, I can only do one at a time. These overlays are confusing.
535 games. That's a lot.
That's a big history of matches. Oh, here we go. This is what we want to do. So, Loader versus Havost. Look at this. Most played Lifestealer Gyro. These guys are like mirror opposites of one another.
So yesterday, Andrew and I were casting
Oh
game,
my
and we were
God.
talking about how Lifestealer was not a good first pick because it's too easily countered.
I don't think he's easily countered though. You've got magic
there
immunity.
was-
Like any hero with magic
there was,
immunity
like-
is not easily
There was
countered.
like Troll, Batrider. There's Bane. There was Shadow Demon. There was Ember Spirit. There was Slark too. There were a lot of heroes that just didn't.
Yeah.
You could never focus them with rage. But I don't know. This was versus the E-Hug.
Yeah. I think
Easy versus E-Hug.
Lifesteal is just he's very versatile. Like you never want to run him as a one call lineup. Like I think that's a big mistake to do. But if you've got like a Prophet or something as well in your team, or in this case, you've got the Timbersaw, Batrider, who aren't really other core heroes, but I don't know. I think he's still good, just not like a has never been a 4 protect 1
Right.
hero. But
He's very good in aggressive lineups.
man, look at these stats between Loader and Havost are like almost
What
identical.
about some other supports? Let's say Aki and
Aki and Papi?
yeah.
Probably like Chen Enchantress. There. Chen Coddle for Aki. Yeah, they used to run a lot of Coddle. Alliance's win rates are just so like historically they've won so many games. They had that period
Yeah.
where they just dominated. And
If
won
you look at
everything.
like professional sports, any like 78% win rate on anything over like a few year period would be just absurd.
I think we're mostly back in the game now. But looking at the odds on Dota 2 land, Na'Vi were 53% favorites. I guess there's the slight Na'Vi fan bias there kicking in, but
I haven't seen too much of Alliance in 6.80.
Yeah.
So I think Navi's still pretty strong, but yeah, I mean after looking at the Empire Navi odds, I think Navi were favored like 60-40 even after Empire had lost or beat them out like 3 or 4 times. There's clearly some Navi skew, but in Navi Alliance, but there's fans on both sides.
Yeah.
Of course.
alrighty, well it's time. The El Classico of Dota 2 Na'Vi versus Alliance. We're gonna hop ourselves into the game as we get nice and cozy here in the Beyond the Summit. So you're gonna see Alliance on the die side. It's gonna be Admiral. What is this? Dongarino. It's always got some new name. Raise your Admiral Dongarinos in the chat. He's gonna be playing your Nature's Prophet. Loader's gonna be playing a Sven, but Aki on the Undying. Wisp Io being played by EGM, and then finally S4 playing a
30
solid mid
seconds
blockwork.
to
And it looks like
battle.
Alliance are gonna go offensive tri-lane here with their lineup.
That's risky. Anyways, and on the side of Navi, we have Puppy on the Enigma, Havos with a 5 thrown in his name on the Lifestealer, Dandy on Timbersaw, Kuroki on the Lion, and Funnick with a 1 in his name on Batrider.
Alright. Panic the 1. Voss, I'm not on this. He's not upgraded to a 5. I don't care what people say. He's forever a 4 in my mind.
The battle begins.
The 4 is now like an award which you aspire to be. Like going up to a 5 is like it's not an upgrade.
Both teams are offensive tri-laning, actually.
Wow. That's where Bulldog's got his boots here, but I think Na'Vi just want to dodge the offensive tri-lane more than anything because they're not really able to fight this. Not with an Enigma jungle.
Well, they will put the ward on the Magic Bush. Looks like Puppy has returned back to base after denying a creep mid, give that little bit of edge for Dandy.
He's still got these 2 camps on the left of the Radiant jungle, which is enough to get like your level 3 pretty fast. You can kill the big camp twice and then move on from there. So
Yeah, it doesn't slow you down that much.
yeah, just having these 2 camps blocked, having the one big camp blocked is a little annoying. But actually, oh no, Aki's not going to block. He's just going to wander towards mid and maybe just harass Dandy a bit. We'll see. But Yeah. Ooh, he's actually gonna. I kind of like this. Push Puppy away from these camps, and Puppy, like, he can straight up jungle this, but he'd be splitting the experience with the Undying potentially, and that's not really ideal. Enigma really does need those early levels.
Yeah, and if Puppy goes top, they'll see him with that Observer Ward too. So they'll be able to keep track of Puppy, make sure he doesn't get absolute free farm. And mid Dendy cogged in with S4.
It's that one, but Dendy's out of mana already. He's going to be rushing a bottle, but 200 gold short.
Out of HP regen too.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't use that share tango for another 30 seconds.
Struggle.
If he gets cogged, he might die.
Just need to see level 2 come out from an S4. He's just got it now, so he can either pick up the Battery Assault or Rocket Flare, depending what he thinks is going to be more useful. He's got the Battery Assault. Dendy, better be careful here.
This could be first blood.
Yeah, if he Battery Assaults and gets some
Dyer's
RNG in his
top
favor,
tower is under attack.
I kind of agree there. I wonder if S4 even goes for this one. He may just pushes Dendy back, burns a bit more mana. Oh, first blood happens top though. It's going to be Lion taking out the Undying with the help of a Voss there. A Voss with a fast boots, and that's where those kills become possible. Straight into his boots as fast as he could, and sets up an early kill there. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Alliance are trying to find this Batrider, push him out of lane. Funnick is just being ever elusive, hiding over these trees. Gets his way out of there.
Yeah, EGM started off with that bottle, and yeah, I mean, Undying, he's not the greatest roamer either. We started seeing him off at bottom, then rotated to the jungle to try and mess with Puppy, rotate mid, harass Dendy, and then move all the way top. But he's still level 1.
I'm not sure what this Undying pick's meant to do in this draft.
I'm not sure either. I think it was supposed to contest try on try, but Navi has no interest in doing that.
Yeah. Navi dodging it. Well, I'm going to see... Loader, he's farming away at bottom lane. Like, this is a free farm lane for him. But similar story at top lane, there's an engagement again. Kuroki's in a lot of trouble, taking a lot of damage here. They want Admiral Bulldog. One more right click will finish off Kuroki. It looks like they'll get the right click from the Undying. Bulldog needs some tree block. He's not going to find it. He goes down. A 1-for-1 trade here. Voss taking some damage, but he's got plenty of regen. 4 tangos to salve. Not to mention the point in feast. He'll heal himself back up if need be. And, well, it's a 1-for-1 trade there.
But Havos is getting huge.
Yeah. Well... He's farming, yeah, he's farming on par with Loader, so yeah, he's getting pretty big.
And he has a ton of experience too. He's 4.5. He got, what, experience in the level 1 Aki and solo experience.
That was
on
solo kill. Yeah, so, well, not solo kill, but solo XP. As for Dendy, he's got his bottle up. He's already sent the bottle back to base 1, so he's more or less just bottle crowing. I think he's getting annoyed by these decays. Look, a 500 HP life stealer. What are we looking at here? I mean, it goes up to 600 now. But this lane gets a lot easier for Alliance once they have the phase boots on Bulldog. That's going to be the key item for them to get ideally as fast as possible. The extra movement speed and the damage for the last hitting will help a lot there.
Yeah, Puppy looks like he's moving to the jungle. He does have his Soul Ring coming to him. EGM trying to steal some experience. They blocked the camp too, which is pretty important, slowing down Funnick's blink. If they can't stack the camp.
Stun here on Puppy.
Ooh, that's
Funnick's nearby though, and that was
that's
ambitious.
aggressive.
Yeah. There's a bottle up on your IO on EGM. Looks like he actually bought it himself as well, so that's a give some farm to your Wisp. I think actually what happened was Undying bought towards the courier and he just rushed the bottle.
Not a bad play. In the mid lane, it's fairly even. 13 and 10 for Clockwork, or 13 and 10 for Timber. About the same for Clockwork, and just a lot of bottle action going on there. Regen rune will go to Dendy.
Puppy's jungle not as fast as you normally see an Enigma get, but I feel like he's just getting... Compare that to your kind of 4th position Undying that Aki's playing, he's still getting so much more. He's getting farm, he's getting levels, and not really being punished by Alliance. And that's something Alliance definitely have to be a bit worried about. Meanwhile, mid lane, Dendy's still... This Cogs is so annoying to deal with. He is not having a fun time. But he's got a regen rune, so...
Yeah, he's all good.
That's actually pretty fortunate for him.
Havost always has a couple of decay stacks on him.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't... Aki can't really stop a kill on Admiral Bulldog, though. That's the problem.
He's used all his mana to spam this decay as well. And it's like, what's it actually accomplished? It's just harassed Voss, but he heals himself back up. He used his salve early, he's used a couple tangos, but...
And he has Feast.
Now with Undying having no mana, like, he offers very little to nothing in this lane.
He also has a no Tombstone build.
Yeah. Well, do you think he'll go back for Tombstone now? Do you think?
I think so, but level 1 Tombstone is pretty darn weak.
Yeah. The 1 point in Soul Rip is pretty good value.
Yeah, I think 1 point Soul Rip is really good. But I don't know. Most people have like 1/1/1 by level 3, I'd say.
He'll probably start maxing Tombstone now. It's just not going to be worth using until he hits level 5, or even like level 7, level 8.
Yeah.
And I think Alliance have to play defensively. Undying is not
we see a rotation
ready.
from S4. He has his hookshot up. He just hit level 6.
As soon as he hit 6. I like this movement from him. He hasn't been spotted. The Radiant Observer Wards were at the top river, but Dendy probably reporting this missing. And he's actually going to loop around. He maybe not going to find anyone here. As Puppy, Funnick at bottom, playing very defensively. He was probably hoping for the Enigma there, because Funnick can fly out of it. Funnick's going to go searching for heroes here. He's actually going to find the Wisp. He does have a relocate. Taking a bit of damage. Is there going to be a hookshot coming in from S4? Funnick spots him out, though. Rocket flare to scout. There's Funnick, though.
Funnick's Firefly's about to run
wear
out.
off very soon. He gets the hook as soon as it wears off. He saw. Oh,
How
he gets the Firefly still had like a millisecond left on it.
Wow.
So I think
How
he,
did that pull him out?
I think he must have flown like he was over the cog when it wore off. Like he had just started.
He
to
just
go over the
hookshotted
cog.
him though. He was like right on
Yeah.
top of him. I don't know. That was that was
Probably because of
questionable.
this weird cliff here. That was definitely weird. And it looked like a really good play for S4 because he must have clicked Funnick, saw the Firefly was about to wear off because he wouldn't hook him if he still had a long duration left on that Firefly.
Right.
He knew it was wearing off.
Yeah, and they had an observer ward there, so yeah, that was just really strange. I think maybe like the Firefly wore off and he hookshot and there was no room in the trees or something. I don't know. That was just extremely strange.
Yep. Kuroki at top, he's just going to keep seeing behind Voss. He's actually got himself decent experience. I mean, being involved in some of these kills. You mentioned Lion, very level-dependent support. Putting him in a dual lane and being involved in a kill or two, that's
He's
going to help
level
him get
5. That's pretty scary.
Yeah, he'll have level
Oh,
6 in
we
no
see a
time.
TP from Funnick. He has smoked up. He has lasso ready.
This should be a kill on Bulldog, I imagine. We'll have to see who they actually go for. It looks like he'll probably
You'd much
Firefly
rather
him.
kill Bulldog,
Yeah.
but Undying has 900 HP. He's not going to be easy to kill, but
Bulldog
he will
sees
be
this-
able to be
well,
killed.
see, Bulldog's already backed off. He doesn't want to hang around. He's actually gone to jungle a little bit. And Batrider may just get impatient and decide, let's just get Aki because it's better than getting nothing.
Well, we see S4 coming around from the backside.
This as well. The hookshot going to come in, finds Kuroki. This is actually a pretty good target to go on, but doesn't get the cogs off. That's going to cost him. The Wrath of Nature goes flying through. Kuroki goes down to an Undying Decay. There's a pop-out from a Voss. He actually invests into his teammate there. Here comes Loader. He shows up to the fray. Going to bring down the Batrider 2-for-1. Alliance taking a bit of an edge there.
That was just really good positioning by Alliance, though. Aki wasn't close enough so that Batrider could just Firefly into him. He also wasn't standing right next to the trees, too. And without having a blink on Batrider, it's really difficult to get that melee positioning off unless Kuroki initiates.
I think S4 was either out of mana because he didn't actually cast the power cogs there. He only got the hook into battery assault, so maybe out of mana or maybe just a bit too cocky there. But he didn't actually know Batrider was top lane, which is also where he kind of struggled a bit there. But Sven, I like this from Loader, like getting involved in the kills, having a TP scroll for that a much needed fight like that, and then he can take over this top lane, start farming there, and give Bulldog the off lane, or even give some experience to your Wisp, help get him up to level 6.
Looks like Lifestealer is going for a Hand of Midas after his phase boost. He has 300 gold, so he'll have that pretty shortly. Batrider, his blink status is very, very slow, actually, but he is taking out a double stack.
Sven gonna steal it all though. Stormbolt just to make sure of that one. Well, 3 kills apiece, 9 minutes in. It's actually Na'Vi with a 1500 gold lead. They got the first blood and they've had Puppy farming away in the jungle, which is where most of that gold difference comes in. There's an engagement top though. They found Funnick here. Looks like S4 led things off with a hook and followed up with Lotus Stormbolt and they get another kill. So Na'Vi may be leading the gold, but Alliance taking
Bottom
another
lane.
kill. Oh, bottom lane. A black hole, it's Admiral Bulldog. They'll use everything on him just to make sure they get the kill. EGM, it looks like he may find his way out of there. There's a lot of Eidolons. Can he actually block his path here? Those Eidolons have some very slow movement speed. There's an open wounds in 5 seconds. EGM needs to find something to lasso to, but there's absolutely nothing. The Timber Chain. Oh, sorry, the Chakram will finish him off then.
Can you tether to your illusions? I thought he was going to make some big plays there.
You can.
Yeah, he had an illusion over there, but I mean, it was still a long shot.
Yeah. That's a good couple of kills going Navi's way. And those first black holes, I like when I see Enigmas using them, even for solo kills, just because you're not going to see those big 5v5 teamfight black holes in the first like 10-15 minutes of the game.
Yeah, especially versus a Clockwork is extremely difficult.
Yeah. Well, seen Invis Rune picked up at 10 minutes in at the bottom rune, and that's going to go Dendy's way. He's hit level 9 now, and this is where Timbersaw just matches up so well against Clockwork, Sven, Undying, all these strength heroes, even, and like you say, Prophet as well. You can easily bring down the Treants and just deal with Prophet, prevent him from doing that annoying Rat Dota style of play.
Hook shot in mid.
Oh, they've actually found the... Oh, they're going to bring down Lion here, but Dendy gets a return kill on Clockwork, so... Once again, it's...
Those 2 heroes like instantly dying. But not a bad kill. He didn't know that he had an Invis Rune. I thought it was going to be a lot worse for him. Kuroki just hit level 6. He got blown up with the finger. So actually that's pretty good, I think, for Alliance. That finger is really long cooldown. 160 seconds at level 1.
Then he gets level 10 though, and that's another solo kill going his way. So he got the solo experience as well as gold, and he's got a full 2-level advantage over S4. And that to me is the big thing there, where you look at maybe the trade itself was okay for Alliance, but Dendy's just getting really scary on Timbersaw.
Yep, Sven also going for a very late Tandem Midas.
Dendy, every game this guy he just piles on the denies. He's got 23 denies at mid lane.
So does the host.
Yeah. I mean, you can understand a bit with Havos, like you're in the off lane, you want to keep the wave pulled back and you want to deny as much as possible, but mid lane, like a much more contested lane.
Well, S4 was gone most of the time, I'd say.
He roamed a lot.
He went bottom, then top, then bottom.
Do you think it's worth getting all these denies? Is he just like kind of stat padding, or?
It doesn't matter if S4 is not in the lane.
So it is a bit of stat padding.
I mean, it's good habit just in case someone's around and you want to keep the creep wave on your hill, anyways. So, it's minor.
You see Bracer Gaming from S4 picked up his first, probably only Bracer. I don't think we'll see too many more coming after that one. Maybe wants to go for something like a 4-star, or even a mech for the team if they want one. But Loda's gone back for Midas as well, so both him and Havos get their upgraded boots, then go back to the Midas. And fairly similar build between the two carry players.
Sven will use his ultimate to try and take down top tower.
Do you think we'll see this go down? It looks like Na'Vi not quite rotating in position just yet. Funnick does not have his blink tag. They're going to pop a glyph here though. With Funnick drawing creep aggro off the tower. It's another TP and could be a bit of trouble here, but Loda's just going to go for this tower. He's got this. He's got the relocate to save him as well if he needs it.
Yeah, and tether and overcharged. He is fine and dandy.
So they actually get a glyph out of that as well, although not the biggest glyph. There's another hookshot in mid lane. S4's found Dendy once again. Dendy, there's no trees to actually timber chain to. Puppy's there with a stun. Here comes a relocate from Loda as well as EGM. They bring down Timbersaw. They'll bring down the line as well. 2 for nothing. Alliance have found an opening at mid lane. They can even maybe try transition to pushing this tier 1 mid tower. Although it looks like we maybe see Sven go back on. Yep, Loda going to keep on farming. Popper's Midas. He's level 10 now, so that's a big kill to get on Dendy.
S4's doing a fantastic job of tempo controlling, though. He's slowed down Batrider's blink by hookshotting top. He has killed Timbersaw, and he's just been around the map, always like constantly threatening them. They can't really feel safe anywhere around the map. They only have one observer ward, but top lane is still very, very unsafe. Funnick, his blink dagger will probably come around the 15-minute mark, which is not bad. He is 1 and 2. And looks like we see EGM rotate bottom, actually.
It feels like Na'Vi need to play the next 5-10 minutes of the game fairly passively, because Undying's now got a level 4 Tombstone, and they've just got a bit of a hero mismatch in some ways, but at least until they get their next couple of items. Blink Dagger, especially on the Batrider, being the biggest one.
You definitely need to wait for that. Lifestealer does have his drum, so he's in pretty good fighting shape. 1-0-4. Not really sure what Enigma is going for too, but if they want to wait for his blink target, it'll probably come around the same time as Funnick's.
Do you prefer the Enigma to go for a blink here, or do you think they need something like a mech even?
I think blink is pretty good here. Only 2 of the heroes can stop a black hole. Only Clockwork and Sven, and most of the time you're going to know where the Clockwork is.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be initiating.
Yeah, if you're using the blink holder counter initiate, and then Sven's, if he's in the front lines, you just make sure you catch him as well. But Alliance, they're going to start pressuring towers, and they've got the kind of lineup to do so. Having an Undying with level 4 Tombstone now, this Wisp plus Sven is pretty scary as well. Even with Sven just having Treads Midas. Although, speaking of Sven, he's actually staying around this top lane. Funnick gonna go searching for him. He's gonna deal with some creeps more than anything. There's a TP in.
There's Funnick's blink, though.
Needs to pick it up. He's not gonna actually. He doesn't want to risk it. He doesn't go to the side drop. He's actually gonna TP home. I think he caught wind of the fact that S4 had rotated towards top.
Oh, and he wants to pick up a smoke.
Alright, he gets a blink plus smoke, and we'll see if this first gank of the game. He's got a Lifestealer who can infest him if they want to try and meet up. And after Havos, he's pushed up this bottom lane already, so could be a good idea to do so. But he's just going to smoke with Kuroki, who does have another Finger of Death, so should be. If this doesn't get a kill, Na'Vi are wasting a lot of time.
Yeah, Dendy is going to scout someone out, though. Yeah. Looks like Admiral Bulldog. He is a target here. His Midas is up in 3.
Solo kill Bulldog. Really.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's going to wait and be sure. This isn't. I guess maybe Batrider doesn't reveal himself because they don't really need all these heroes, but doesn't quite get the gank he was looking for there. Admiral Bulldog will go down, pops the Rapid Nature, and Funnick, well, he reveals his Blink Dagger, so he doesn't actually get a kill so much himself as Dendy was going to get that regardless. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Havos actually in the tower. He's invested into a creep. Alliance? How long do they wait for this? It looks like they can't. There's a relocate. They're going to get out of there. Havos is going to be safe.
Yeah, Lifestealer is really good against
That
Wisp
was-
in that regard.
He just got a tower on his own against 3 heroes with a relocate in.
Yep, and he has an armlet to boot.
Loader even popped his ultimate. So Loader's back top, picks up the Morbid Mask. We'll be looking at a Mask of Madness, I'm pretty sure. He's
Yeah.
gonna TP mid.
Puppy has picked up a mech too, so they're in fighting condition right now.
Yeah.
Lion looks like he's probably saving it for a blink too, about 1,000 gold away. S4 probably looking for a hook
Middle
shot.
tower is under attack.
Find one.
Funnick's in a really good position. He didn't actually use his lasso to kill
Yeah.
Radiant's
kill
top
Admiral Bulldog
tower is
earlier.
under
Yeah, if he
attack.
finds a pickoff, he'll gladly take it. We see Sven, there's your Mask of Madness, so probably see a standard Mask of Madness BKB crit type build coming from Loader. So S4's, he's been saving up gold for some time, so 1,700 on him, and
Very nice observer ward here from Navi. If Aki
oh yeah.
pulls out just a little bit, he'll get hookshot, he'll get lassoed and immediately die.
Oh, EGM also somewhere near the mid lane as well. He needs to be fairly careful. They're just hiding in this tree line here. Dendy as well, hiding in the trees. They're going. Funnick's going looking here, but he's revealed himself. So mostly just trying to clear the creep, force the issue on the tower with the mech on Puppy. I think they feel pretty safe that they can take this tower uncontested. And I think Alliance realized Bulldog's not really fighting ready. Undying can't really get in position to get the tombstone off,
Dire's
so they're just
middle
going to let this
tower
one go.
has fallen.
They were a couple of seconds away from hookshot as well as relocate
Ah,
too.
okay.
So it was. I mean, without a hookshot, it's really difficult to initiate.
Even
But
with
what item are they waiting for though?
the
it's-
BKB on Sven, I think.
He's not even close to it.
Yeah.
I mean, he can
No,
buy
he's
Zogre
not.
Club, but
He's not that close. So I already talked about Navi needing to play passive until they got the blink on Batrider. But now they've got a blink on Bat,
there's
Mech
a
and
big
Enigma.
stack here. He scouts it out, so
Yeah.
that might be a hot point of contention.
That'll get Loader well on his way to BKB. That'll
Yeah.
get him up
I
to
think
2K
he
plus
definitely
gold.
needs one this game. Timbersaw will just rip him
Oh,
apart.
yeah. The Lion as well. Like, one Hex, you suddenly dishing out no damage in a fight.
There's smoke from Puppy and Dendy,
Okay.
but not from Funnick. Oddly,
Ganking Loader's difficult because of that Wisp relocate. He's going to be sitting behind him, ready to just send him back to base and, well, suicide to save Loader if he needs to. Comes a TP though, Puppy, no Blink Dagger, but looks like I don't think this smoke is going to achieve too much. It looks like Alliance have just backed off.
Dire's
yeah.
bottom
I mean,
tower is
what can
under
Puppy do by
attack.
himself? I guess Funnick has Funnick has TP'd with an infest inside of him, so
Oh, I think Alliance is going to spot this one out fairly soon. Funnick has just flown over the tree lines here. They're just going to go chasing all out for this one. Looks like EGM's going to just suicide here. He's happy to let himself go down.
he can tether away.
Is he going to find the tether? He's broken the distance. There's a blink. Lasso, they've caught out Loader. He's going to go down, it looks like, to the infested Lifestealer. Loader's got no way out. They also bring down the Wisp there.
Nice
EGM
catch by Funnick.
Yeah, EGM was just trying to distract and then create space for the rest of his team to get out of there. Meanwhile, bottom lane, it looks like Prophet brings down Kuroki. That was a hook shot. Yeah, hook shot on the Lion. Kuroki was just kind of abandoned at that bottom lane, and then you're going to TP him, but it's a bit too late to do too much here. Without a hook shot, then you should be fairly okay. But that's a good win for Na'Vi, taking out Loader there on the Sven. Anything to slow down his BKB at this point in the game.
Yep, he has bought his Ogre Club. I think he bought it before he died, but still about 2,500 gold away from that. And it looks like they will make a move for the tower. They do scout out Dendy with
TP.
They know he's down there.
Avos's TP, as does
Radiant's
Puppy
bottom
Dendy.
tower
He's
has
low on mana. He's got just the one Timber Chain. Will make his way a bit further away, and without a hook shot for 20 seconds, not going to be able to follow up on this one. Bulldogs goes Necrobook. He's just level 1, but has enough for the level 2. Should be looking at a fairly fast Necrobook 3 as well.
Gold lead fairly significant for Na'Vi at
Radiant's
this point,
middle
around
tower is under
5,000.
attack.
And
Okay.
yeah, after that, Blink Dagger's up on Batrider. The game has completely changed. And Alliance, I mean, they're not playing aggressively with Wisp at all, and they can't really do so. If they TP in and they get Black Cold or even Timber Bursted or 2-man Impaled from Lion, it's going to be a disaster for them, and Loda's just going to be left out to dry without his BKB. So I think once they get his BKB, they can make some moves.
Havos has been hooked. S4, that was ambitious. I guess he wasn't expecting to kill Havos on his own, but he knew Loader was coming nearby, and he can't die with a haste room plus 4 stuff, so...
At the same time, he can just... I mean, I didn't actually see the engage, but they have no way to interrupt his rage TP except for a hookshot.
And yeah, they use it to actually engage on him. And Havos, playing it safe, he can manages to wind his way out of there. And he's got Phase, Armlet, Drums, Midas, and 3k gold. He's, I believe, well on top of the net worth. That gold difference is purely Havos' farm right now. He's 3k ahead of Bulldog and 3k ahead of Loader. He's a farming machine right now.
Yeah, Timbersaw has his Bloodstone up, and yeah, both teams just looking for small ganks here and there, not looking for big 5-on-5 engagements. Alliance has a much better split push lineup, but Na'Vi has a much better gank lineup to deal with that split push.
I think once Funnick heals up, we're going to look at another Infest Bomb. He's back to base now. He's going to have a 4-staff and should be looking to team up with Havos and try find some more kills. But meanwhile, Alliance, They're going to get these Ancients here with the help of a Tombstone even. They're using Sven ulti, Tombstone, everything just to...
That's so much gold.
Yeah.
I don't even know who was stacking it.
Dyer's
but-
top tower is under attack.
Good question. I saw once or twice the Undying Aki around the Ancients, and they're going to go into Roche as well. They've still got the Sven ulti with overcharge. Prophet going to TP in as well. Na'Vi just they can't stop this. They're not in position to do so.
Tree summon.
Alrighty. Well, actually, Alliance not doing this as fast as they'd want to. Timbersaw nearby. Maybe they can stop this.
Yeah, Dendy's.
They got to get there
Dendy has
fast.
an infest. This is going to be
The
pretty
Sven
scary.
ulti
They use
wow.
a Tombstone too. It's not even cooled down yet.
Oh dear. Alliance without the Sven ulti, without the Tombstone, may find themselves in a very ugly fight. Funny going to go in. He's going to pop a flame break. Alliance already getting low. Timdy in the middle with a whirling death, doing a ton of damage with the Chakram. Sprout just going to try do enough to sort of slow down Na'Vi from chasing, but they've lost 3. They've lost 4. They're going to lose Bulldog. Make it 5. S4 goes down as well. Na'Vi team wipe Alliance. That was just such a greedy decision to go for Roche as well.
I think if they didn't take out the Ancient stack, they would have been able to do
Yeah.
it though. So they had to commit to one or the other.
They went for Roshan after Sven ulti was used already and had expired, and Tombstone wasn't up either.
Right.
They could have almost gone for Roshan and then gone for the Ancients after getting Aegis, because once they get Aegis, Na'Vi aren't going to go contest.
I don't think they
Ancients.
anticipated. I don't think they anticipated Na'Vi being there so fast. So they were all pushing the T1 on top. But with
This
this
T1
T1 up in mid, yeah, you have to take this down as Dire, unless you can just sneak in a Roshan really fast, or the other team is slow at reacting.
Na'Vi go high ground now. This is 22 minutes in, and the Lions have just made a big mistake. One of the teams so well known for their good decision making, especially around the Roshan pit, but they make a big mistake there. Na'Vi punish them. They get the tier 3 tower. They want to start working on these Raktas. They'll go for the range one first just to get some permanent damage there. They probably realize they can't stay out too long.
I'm surprised they didn't give the
It's out of there.
Aegis to Havos though. I guess they don't think he's gonna die.
Oh, Dendy, yeah. And Dendy's got the Bloodstone plus Boots of Travel, so he has like instant respawn even if he does die, so...
Right.
It's a
Not really sure.
Hookshot misses. That's a big mistake. They're going to see a Batrider lasso engagement. They found Loader. Loader's in all sorts of trouble. There's a black hole as well. He's not going to... Ooh, is he going to need this even? Puppy just standing on the side here, not even needing a black hole. The Tombstone's down as well. Alliance going to lose S4. It looks like Dendy with a Timber Chain through. Finishes them off. He's in the middle of things now. Whirling Death on 2. Admiral Bulldog's in all sorts of trouble. Just the Necrom 2 Warriors. Not enough damage output. And Alliance lose 3. Na'Vi, I think 22 minutes in, may just take us at the Raxus here. I don't think Alliance can keep defending.
They can't. Not without Sven, without BKB. He just gets disabled
Yep.
too much. And this is without any black holes in team fights too. Like imagine if they actually had a 2-man black hole. Like they don't even need it. That's how badly
The
Na'Vi's
only
just
black hole
beating
this
up
game
on
was
them.
the solo kill at bottom.
Right.
And we have not seen a black hole since then. And we're going to see Na'Vi get another kill. This time it's on EGM. He goes down. Na'Vi going to get to work on these Raxus. Alliance, they're not tapping out just yet. They've got the late game with Sven, so there's still some hope, even with Raxus down, but look at just how far Na'Vi are getting. 17 Bloodstone charges for Dendy. There's going to be a hook shot in. This could be it for Alliance if they don't win this fight. They're trying to bring down Kurokai. Can they actually get him? He's low, but he's going to go down finally. Puppy takes a fall as well. Loader came in from the back lines, it looks like. He needs the Wisp. He doesn't have the overcharge, but with a Mask of Madness, he's doing a decent amount of damage. S4's still chasing. He's got no 4 stuff, got no hook shot. Dendy with a TP if he wants to use it, but he's spotted here. Timber chain to the low ground. Into hell. He's going to get a kill. He takes out Aki. Dendy gets his 18th Bloodstone charge, and he's going to have maybe some backup coming soon. Lion's nearby after having bought back. Dendy, where's he going to go? Maybe just needs to suicide. He's got the Aegis. Don't need to suicide. Doesn't need to suicide.
Can we kill him again?
His Bloodstone's on cooldown. He just used his Bloodstone. Oh, that was a bit of a mistake from Dendy. There's a Finger of Death though. EGM. He's getting very low. Kurokai with one more right click. Not enough. Kurokai goes down to the Wrath of Nature, and Dendy takes out the Wisp. Dendy just getting kill after kill. He used his suicide to proc the Aegis. That was a big mistake, because his Bloodstone suicide is on cooldown. I think he forgot he had the Aegis there, but either way, he's still fighting fit. He's healed up, ready to go. He's going to find, it looks like another kill. This one going to the life stealer. Clockwork goes down. Dendy gets his 20th Bloodstone charge. He's got a Blink Dagger waiting for him at base, but he's just so massive right now. Level 16 already, 24 minutes in the game. It looks like Loader may take a fall as well. Puppy's there with a 2-man black hole. That's the second black hole of the game, and this time around, catches more than one here. Sven will go down, Aki will go down, double kill in the mid lane, and
GG comes
GG.
out. I don't know if it was the best decision for Loader to go Mask of Madness before BKB. They desperately needed the BKB to deal with the blinks.
Yeah.
Because once Funnet got his blink, the game completely changed, and Alliance lost all sorts of momentum.
And I think Alliance were on even terms until that
Yeah.
Roshan fight.
It was pretty good until that Roshan fight.
They cleared the Ancients, and that was most of Loader's BKB. Like, at that point, he was maybe like 1,000 short of BKB, and if they don't take that Roshan fight, or if they get Roshan and then don't lose and without a fight, they're on even terms. That's Dota's.
But they have like
I
an
don't know.
early mid lineup though. Like Undying really tapers off past 20-25
Yes.
minutes, and Havos was just getting huge. He didn't even die the whole entire game. 4-0 and 10. Even like around that Roche fight, he was still like 3,000 or 4,000 net worth ahead of a Sven. So
Oh, man. Well, Na'Vi just taking and doing what they do best. They love to win games early once they get an advantage. Like they know, as soon as they win that one fight at Roche, they go right onto your front doors. They're at your base, pounding on your tier 3. Even though they don't get Raxes immediately, they force you to defend. They take another fight, and then well, it's all over. And
I think
25
not
minutes.
banning out Denverzal was a big mistake too.
yeah, that last pick Timbersaw was a big value pick.
Yeah, against 3 strength heroes and no way to catch them. They have one stun, one hard stun with Sven, and then no silences either, and no hex like Lion. So he just did whatever he wanted to.
3 string throughs and a Prophet. He's great against Prophet, I feel. Like, he's just almost a
Right.
direct counter in a lot of ways. So, well, Na'Vi do it. We're going to take a quick break, guys. When we come back, our next match of today is going to be another big one. We've got Cloud9 versus Empire. That one is at 6:15 CET, so that's in about 30 minutes' time. We're going to take a quick break, guys. When we come back, myself, Gods, as well as Merlina will be live in about 30 minutes. Cloud9 versus Empire. Stay tuned.